was really interesting watching Caroline Leavitt go out to the podium today in the briefing room and give a lecture to Democrats and the media on how they need to be the ones to tone down the rhetoric. Meanwhile, there is no one in this country that is more responsible for violent, hateful rhetoric than the president himself, and nobody's words matter more than the president of the United States. And so then to watch immediately him just not even take a full 24 hours to call for civility and unity in this country after a very scary, traumatic event that affected people on both sides of the aisle, folks in the media, he chooses to immediately go after this CBS reporter for just simply citing the words of the manifesto. And then on top of that, him and his wife decide to go after a comedian for a joke that was told days prior to the dinner. And so whether you like Jimmy Kimmel or not, we have a First Amendment in this country, and it protects speech that you dislike just as much as it protects speech that you agree with. And so I think that it's not surprising at all to see how the White House responded to this incident, because this really could have been a moment for them to actually want to bring down the temperature if they cared about that, but they obviously don't, as evidenced by how Trump talks about Democrats and the left and the media. I have a list here, actually, of some of the words he's used to describe the left. He has called them scum, vermin, terrorists, radical, lunatics, demonic, evil, garbage. I'm not done yet. The enemy of the people, enemy within, treasonous, lowlives, fascists, Marxists, communists, and I could keep going. Those are just
She did have a list I was reading.
some examples. And on top of that, it's not even just the words that he uses. When we look at what is going on with political violence in this country, Trump, when he had a moment to say, hey, the attack against Paul Pelosi was wrong, what did he do? He mocked it, and so did other Republicans. They made light of an attack on Nancy Pelosi's husband when she was the target. He celebrated the deaths of Rob Reiner, who him and his wife were murdered by their son. He praised the death of Robert Mueller, his perceived political enemy, someone who was simply doing their job by having to investigate Donald Trump. And so, I could spend all day and just go through example after example, but it's really rich then for him to just like him in the White House to go after the Democrats and the media for their rhetoric when he is the chief instigator of violent, hateful rhetoric in this country.
Leader Hakeem